In this video, we will introduce Content Provider's activity. Now let's take a look at our activity. Our activity extends the activity base class. We have a button, and we add a listener to go to the following view, @5 activity. We also have an on-click add name method, which purpose is to add a new employee record. We use an object, content values, which is a class used to store a set of values that the content resolver can process. Using this object, named values, we add a value to the set. We add employee provider.name, and we get the value from our input txt name. Remember that our employees provider class has a string name constant with the value of name. And that is what we'll be using for our key when we put the value of text name or the employee name. We make another call to values.put, and this time we add our employee number with the value provided from text employee number. Finally, we insert the new employee into our content resolver by calling getContentResolver, which returns the instance in our applications package, and we call the insert method, passing it the content URI, which is a combination of our provider name and URL, and finally we also pass in our content values. Then we make a simple toast message with the returned URI from our insert. Now we have another method called onClick retrieve employees. Here we create a URI to get our stored employees. We call the method managed query, which is a wrapper around the query method that gives the resulting cursor to call start managing cursor so that the activity will manage its lifecycle for you. Then we use an if statement, and within it we call the method move to first on the cursor. The method move to first moves the cursor to the first row. This method will return false if the cursor is empty, and it returns true whether the move succeeded. We do a do while loop, and within it we're going to create a toast message by calling and using the method getColumnIndex on the cursor. We use the constant ID to return us the column index. Then on the cursor we use getString, getColumnIndex, and we use the constant name to get us the name of the employee. And again we call getString, getColumnIndex, employees provider, employee number. So what we're doing here is concatenating a string with the values of ID, name, and employee num for the first record in our cursor. And this string is being used to create our toast message. Finally, we call show to show it. And in the while, we have c.move to next. This method moves the cursor to the next row. And this method will return false if the cursor is already past the last entry in the result set. This concludes our discussion of Content Provider's activity.